Welcome back to your channel. It's your girl Lemuria, back with another reading. Alright, this is for my channel here at I Am Luminescent. Here with a different kind of reading. I've been sitting on this for a couple of days now. But yeah, so if you're new or returning, welcome to my channel. Hit the like button before you go. Subscribe to the channel as well. And be sure to leave a comment below. Spread some good positive energy. You know, everybody needs it in these times, okay? So at this point, I just wanted to do, or I've been hearing that I should do rather. I don't want to take claim to God's name, but I've been called I've been thinking about doing this reading for like what is going on with these disturbing events and what we need to know about them. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody has their theories, you know, about, you know, big wigs and stuff like that, but something keeps telling me to just do this instead. So I'm gonna just start out like this, just with a regular tarot, using the Tarot of the Divine. Okay. I'm gonna just start off with this one. And the first thing I wanted to look into, I'm like nervous. The thing I did want to look into, all these birds outside, all of the, it's so snowy. It snowed last night. It's snowing right now. So I know it's cold outside because the lake is kind of frozen for the most part. But it's birds everywhere. And it's a lot of robins. And I saw a red cardinal too. But they're everywhere. Okay, so all right, I want to look at this situation that took place down in Miami. And one of the things about it is that as soon as I started to shuffle on it, it was like, of course I heard like the song, you know, Jim Jones and Trey. I used to have that song on my MySpace. I heard that song start playing in Summer with Miami. And of course, that's a song that, like, a feel-good song, cruise song, chill song. But for me, thinking about that summer in Miami, or Summer with Miami, it made me think like, okay, summer, sun, right? And then it made me think of the sun is a luminary. It's a star that we use to describe illumination, right? So it's like we're gonna see. That's what we're trying to see what's going on with Miami. Okay, so yeah, of course I allowed in my own prayer session, but I'm gonna say it now too. I allow Archangel Michael to be present before, during, and after this channel message with this portal experience, to keep watch and keep safety and cut out and remove any negative energies or entities at this time. Okay. I love working with another sun energy, right? I love working with him. All right. So turn this right side up. Okay. I'm gonna just see what I get. I'm recording this now just to see what happens. 3 more. Okay. It said 3 more, so I'm gonna do 3 more. We got the 5, 2 5s already. The 5 of Pentacles, or 5 of Coins, the Magician, and the 5 of Swords. And then we got the Six of Swords. Here we got the Six of Swords. Strength. Here's the Sun. And the Lovers. Okay. So we got 3 majors, 3 minors. And we got the Hangman at the bottom. Oh, something was on my wig. Okay. So let's get into it. I'm gonna use my mini Thoth deck to do some clarifying. Okay. Alright. I thank you, Mercurial energy, for allowing me to process this information fluidly, clearly, so that I'm able to translate and speak it concisely, so it can be easily grasped and understood by everyone who views this message. Thank you. Thank you. I'll allow you to call in any energy or entity that works well with me, for me, by me, so that this message gets delivered properly. Oh shit, somewhere to be. Okay. So the first thing I'm getting is sleep spell. Looking at Miss Thing here, Snow White. A sleeping spell. This is to put everyone to sleep. It's a distraction, but it's to put everyone to sleep to make them think or dream about or focus on the optics or lack thereof. Okay, so this is like being isolated. This is a isolating energy. So those who took the bait or to take the bite, they're being isolated. Okay, from the bunch. The spell is being casted upon them. Okay, and then those who can't pull them away from it, they're getting caught up in the drama of it, trying to figure out what's going on or trying to figure out details. These are the people who are doing the most research, looking into it the hardest, the deepest. Like, I'm kind of getting like the movie. I am getting Stranger Things movie. That was planted to be that way on purpose because, you know, they were in the mall as well. So it's like that energy. It's like they're coming to, I'm hearing the R word, but it's not physical. It's spiritual. They're reaping. They're trying to reap as many souls as possible. So, and then we got these at the bottom, which I'm hearing is a totally different energy, where here is a division of the two earths that is present, or the two energies, the division of in the timeline or energy that's taking place. Okay, now I'm seeing a bigger bird come through and fly around. Okay, so yeah, so you got the opposite basically here, is they're not moving alone. They're not moving alone, whereas they're alone. With the Strength and the Lovers here, this is the Sun and Mercury, they're friends, right? And the Sun and Mercury are best friends. They're always close to each other. Even at a distance, they're still close to each other. Which is with the Six and Swords. And I started saying, like, when I was singing, you know, hearing the song Summer with Miami in my head, Summer made me think of the sun. And the sun has everything to do with enlightenment and seeing what's really going on. And then Mercury energy here, Gemini energy, is about distributing the data. Okay. And data is not facts, but data is what's used to create the facts. Facts is Virgo, data is Gemini. So it's like they're together here. So we're able to right now, on a spiritual level, we're able to assimilate or accumulate a lot of information that's going on here in a spiritual sense, because we're being pushed and guided to do things a certain way that can definitely get us a lot of attention, and definitely can pick up a lot of data from higher sources or higher beings, especially when it comes to situations like these where there's a sleeper cell that has gone off in the area, and it's created to cause confusion. It's created to do all those things, but whoever gets caught up in it, they're isolating the energy so that they could be casted upon, and their energy could be siphoned. And those who choose to ignore it and move forward with the data that spirit is guiding them, the illumination that, things like this are supposed to happen or meant to happen at this time. There's nothing we can really do about it or try to fight or dig more into it. The overall purpose of this message that's being transmitted right now is to remind people that you don't have to watch the news. You don't have to watch the news. You don't have to be absorbed in what mass media, this sleeper cell producer is doing. You can turn your back to the information and be guided deeper into your cells. Turn to your cells for deep healing, cleansing, and connection. Allow those who have slipped the pill, they're going to have to digest that on their own. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay, 5 of coins. And you got the Arch card, which is Temperance. Yeah, they're looking for some type of salvation. They're looking for some type of support. They're looking for some type, and this is someone who's sitting like outside of a church too. So this is like an energy where they're calling on help. They're looking for guidance. They're pleading with their God, the universe. They're going to church. They're asking all these questions. Okay, they're looking for someone to save them. Salvation, Magician. You have the Queen of Swords here. This is the person that's delivering the information. The main people who are delivering the information here. They're delivering the information, but there's two sides to this coin. Is that the person who's delivering the information is the Magician. They're the ones who is distributing the spell work, the broadcasting. However, on the other side of it, they don't have any, they're just being used as a mouthpiece because they're attractive, they look alluring, or they have the voice to put people to be at ease or things like that. A person who's delivering the news, the newscasters. They've all been set up and selected purposely to deliver certain information that the box wants them to give out. What is this 5 of Swords? Where we are right now, Mars and Capricorn. Trying to see this thing through with, I'm hearing resistance, opposition, trying to fight, trying to find a way to kind of get in or break in to a cube or a box, trying to find the information, trying to seek out a bunch of information on what took place, like trying to do too much to gather information, like seeking it out, like putting all your energy into trying to seek it out is going to cause a lot of frustration. There's going to be a lot of deaths. which is going to create more that people really want to know more. They want to know more. They want to know more. But what it's saying is basically like, it's nothing to seek. It's a black hole. And the bottom row knows that this is a black hole. It's just to suck you in and reap your energy. The same thing that they've been doing for years. Don't get sucked into it. Okay, 6 of Swords. We have the Four of Disc or Four of Pentacles here, where we are again right now, Capricorn season. Doing the work to go with the flow of what Spirit is pushing us to. And when I say Spirit, I mean like the highest. If you're able to tap into the highest part of yourself, the part that has the bird's eye view, right? The eagle eye view, the part of you that's allowing yourself to raise your awareness outside of the human perspective to a more higher dimensional perspective, where you're not concerned about this stuff up here, but you go above it, like allowing yourself to rise above it. So it's like basically this group of people are consumed by what they see in the 3D reality, but this group of people are so focused on what's beyond the 3D that it's not that the 3D doesn't affect the human experience, because there is a reason that things are taking place, and this group of people have to interact with those who are in this state of mind or this frame or perspective. Okay, there has to be an interaction still, because we're all, here in this 3D reality, this hologram effect, right? We're all living here, so they're still having some sort of effect from it, but what you focus on is what grows. So if the focus is going beyond what the physical eyes are seeing or what they appear to be, they have more energy or power to navigate with source, wisdom, and what direction to take when things like this pop up, when situations like this pop up, when news articles or stories, and it's like it's too much going on, because it's trying to get people to fall asleep. Yes, here's our Queen of Swords again, trying to get you so caught up here, so caught up. All right, let's look at the Strength card. And you have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, harnessing your own energy and going in a way or taking a route that is destined for you to go. That's the whole point of all these situations that's been popping up since the beginning are all like, because I feel like it's going to be like this for the rest of the year. That's what I'm getting. It's going to be like this for the rest of the year. Do you want to spend all of your time, which is your greatest fortune here in this dimension? Do you want to spend all of your time moving at a glacial pace spiritually because you're too tied to what's going on in a box or the internet, which is another extension of the box? Or do you want to allow everyone who is distracted and caught up to be in that, allow them to be. Don't try to force anyone out of something that they just want to be glued to. It's like how they used to separate, it's probably a bad example, but it's like how they used to separate the good kids and the bad kids in the classroom. Like, you can't force somebody, or you can't talk someone into being a good child or acting right so they can sit on the side with all the good kids in the classroom. They either going to do it on their own or they're not, because everybody has a clear opportunity to, reach in and figure it out. And there are some who's trying to do that. That's why they're seeking a higher power. However, who is that higher power? What is the context of the higher power that they think that they're, reaching for? And with so much information in the age of information that's available to us, we can do all types of deep research when it comes to, knowing ourselves better in order to meet the ascended, parts of us, in order to get there, in order to be in touch, in order to hear, in order to speak it. And when people are still being glued to what's going on the outside of the world, it just is what it is. It doesn't make them less lovable or less worthy of, the wisdom that the other timeline is doing. It's just that that's the timeline that was chosen. And this was, pretty much prophesied a bit with the two, lanes that, a lot of people running off to destruction, and then it's only a few that's walking a path, that's, has scarce amount of people. Not everybody's going to be caught up in the same bullshit, Some people get tired. Some people really do get angst at the same thing, just repeating itself, and they want to get out of that cycle. They want to pull themselves out of the loop, that karmic cycle, that karmic loop. And that's how we enter this timeline where it's like, okay, now that you're ready to leave or exit that loop that was going on, and you cross yourself over into another timeline, you're being guided. You're being guided in a way that, you're going to know is big difference. You're going to realize that it's completely something you haven't experienced before. And it is going to take time to adjust, okay? But with the Strength card being here with the Wheel of Fortune, is like you're going to see and reap the benefit of not allowing consumerism to consume you, to reap all of your energy. And it doesn't mean that you become poor or lackluster in life. It just means that you actually get more satisfaction out of the life you live, because that's what we're here to do anyway. We're here to learn, yes. We're here to go through, experiences that teach us things, yes. But that does not mean that, you have to live a life of complete, sorrow and decay and, just terrible things. That's not what that means, okay? So let's look at the Lovers. We got another wheel here. And this reminds me, too, of the wheel that I was looking at from Cat Williams' chain and its connection to Dharma, and how we are able to create our steps moving forward from drawing from the high and positive energy that's available, calling that in, and again using that as a way to guide our steps moving forward, versus pulling from the past pain, hurt, and the past karmic cycles. Okay, you got karma and you got dharma. All right, and we got the Four of Wands here. All right, another Venus energy here, and we got 2 fours. All right, with the stability, the intellect, okay, the builder of energy. Yeah, so some people are building. Actually, this says a lot of people are starting to, that we may not. I don't think this is being televised. I feel, because this is an Aquarius energy card, so I feel like this is not being supported. It's not being televised. This is not a worldwide view. But there are a lot more people than we realize that are building communities or building, tribal connections where it's going to be self-sustaining, moving forward, and getting away from being tied to certain strongholds or loops where people get caught up in that sleeper cell mentality. Okay, this is going to be going on all year too. Okay, and then with the strength and the fortune here, like, your willpower is so rich. It's so wealthy. It's so powerful that if you do not use it, it's going to be used against you. So please take heed. Please take heed. You can still, with all of this drama going on, all this craziness going on, you can still live outside of that timeline on a whole nother timeline where you don't have to be interrupted. Your vibration doesn't have to be continuously interrupted and stagnant because of what's going on a whole nother timeline. You can still move forward. You can still live great. You can still live in pure happiness with the source wisdom moving forward. Don't get caught up in, these little schemes that they're trying to plant. There's a woman that's behind all of this. They're trying to call on a feminine energy to create this havoc and this mess so they can blame feminine energy, people who do things like this. They want to blame them so they can go back to what they were doing 250 years ago when they were, lynching and killing and eliminating, the information that allowed everyone to be self-sufficient. A lot of that came from the divine feminine energy that has been removed from public knowledge, but it's coming back. They're trying to use that energy against the people, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to be successful. They can't run it back, okay? They can't run it back, okay? It's a whole brand of people here that are living that's not going to, it's not going to work. The fight is here, okay? The fight is here. And again, this card had came out too. So miracles are going to be expected because miracles is what's going to happen, all right? So thank you so much for turning to this message. I might post it. I don't know yet, but if I do, I thank you for tuning into this message. I hope it finds you well. Just know that you get to choose what timeline that you want to be on, surf on, things of that nature. The storylines that's being given to us, that's being shown to us, is not the end all be all. You have the ability to connect with source wisdom yourself and find out the truth, okay? And that's the information that they want to hide by keeping the people in a sleeper cell mentality. All right? Well, thank you so much. See you later.